Be me, 22-year-old college senior studying computer science. Finally got my life together after years of being awkward. Started hitting the gym, got decent clothes, learned to talk to people. Meet Miku in Japanese language class. 21, studying art, has this weird pink hair streak. Total anime girl aesthetic but denies being a weeb. We get paired up for conversation practice. Don't get any weird ideas, Anon. This is just for grades. Classic tsundere energy. From day one, we start hanging out after class to study. She brings homemade bento boxes but claims it's just leftovers. I made too much food, don't read into it. Sure, Miku, you just accidentally made perfectly portioned meals for two. We watch anime together in the library study rooms. She insists on Attack on Titan because it's serious and artistic. Gets excited during fight scenes and forgets to be cool. That was just okay, I guess. Not like I'm into this stuff. Girl, you literally know all the opening songs by heart. Start texting daily about random stuff. She sends me memes at 2 a.m., then claims she meant to send them to someone else. My phone glitched, Anon, this wasn't for you. Miku, your phone doesn't accidentally send Attack on Titan memes. We go to the campus coffee shop between classes. She always orders my usual drink by coincidence. I just happen to like the same things. It's not like I memorized your order. Barista starts asking if we want our usual couples discount. Miku turns red and storms out. We're not a couple. Tell your friend to stop being weird. I catch up to her outside. Why did you run away like that? I didn't run. I walked briskly with purpose. Miku, you literally power walked away while blushing. She starts getting territorial when other girls talk to me. In study group, when Rachel asked to borrow my notes, Miku suddenly appears between us. Anon's notes are messy. You wouldn't understand his handwriting. Rachel looks confused. I was just asking about the homework. Well, maybe you should have paid attention in class. Rachel walks away looking hurt. I confront Miku about being rude. I was just being helpful. Not everyone can decipher your chicken scratch. My handwriting is perfectly readable, Miku. Whatever, it's not like I care who you talk to. Then why did you chase Rachel away? She starts showing up everywhere I am on campus. I'm eating lunch with my roommate Kyle. Miku appears with her own lunch. This table has good lighting for reading. Miku, you're not even reading anything. Kyle notices the pattern. Dude, your girlfriend is always around. She's not my girlfriend. Miku overhears from 3 tables away. That's right, I'm definitely not his girlfriend. Why did you yell that across the cafeteria, Miku? We get invited to Tyler's house party. I ask if she wants to go together. I was already planning to go, this isn't a date. Cool, Miku, I'll just meet you there then. Wait, no, we should coordinate transportation for efficiency. Classic Miku. Logic. At the party, she sticks close to me. Claims she doesn't know anyone else. Miku, you've been in classes with half these people for years. Some girl named Stephanie starts talking to me about video games. Miku materializes instantly. Anon doesn't really like talking about games at parties. Since when Miku, I love talking about games. He prefers more intellectual conversations. Stephanie looks at me confused. I thought you mentioned loving Elden Ring in class. Miku interrupts again. He was probably just being polite. Stephanie gives up and walks away. I pull Miku aside. What the hell was that about? I was protecting you from boring conversation. Protecting me from what? Having fun at a party? It's not like I care who you talk to anyway. Then stop sabotaging every conversation I have. She gets drunk and becomes even more clingy. Keeps grabbing my arm when other girls walk by. Anon, you should stay close to me. This party is sketchy. It's just college kids drinking beer, Miku. There could be dangerous people here. Like who? The theater major's playing beer pong. Some guy asked her to dance. She immediately grabs my hand. Sorry, I'm here with someone. The guy looks at me. Oh, are you two dating? No. We both yell simultaneously. He walks away looking confused. Why did you grab my hand then? I panicked, okay? I don't like dancing with strangers. But we're not dating, so why does it matter? Shut up, Anon. Don't make this weird. You made it weird, Miku. Next week in Japanese class, Sensei announces partner presentations. Automatically assumes Miku and I will work together. Actually, Sensei, I want to work with someone else. The whole class turns to stare. Sensei looks confused. But you two work so well together. We're just classmates. I need to expand my social circle. Gets paired with Brad instead. Miku looks devastated but tries to hide it. Fine, I didn't want to work with you anyway. Gets stuck with Kevin, who barely speaks Japanese. During our presentation prep, Miku keeps glancing over. Brad notices. Is your friend okay? She looks angry. probably just concentrating on her own project. She keeps staring at us though. Ignore her, Brad. Let's focus on our dialogue. Day of presentations arrives. Brad and I go first, nail the conversation about travel plans. Sensei gives us high marks. Miku and Kevin go next. Kevin messes up every sentence. Miku has to carry the entire presentation. She's clearly frustrated, but professional about it. After class, she storms past me without speaking. Brad stops me in the hallway. Dude, I think your friend has a crush on you. What makes you say that? She looked ready to murder me during our entire presentation. You're probably imagining things, Brad. Also, she keeps posting sad anime quotes on her Instagram. How do you know her Instagram? She added me after we got paired up, but all her posts are about unrequited love. That's just her aesthetic, Brad. Decide to check her Instagram myself. Recent post is a picture of rain with caption, "Some feelings are like storms, they pass, but leave everything changed." Classic Miku being dramatic. Next post is her bento lunch with cooking for one again, I guess. Miku, you literally always eat alone. Comment from her friend Lisa. Girl, just tell him how you feel. Miku replies, tell who what, I don't know what you mean. The lady doth protest too much. Start noticing she's avoiding me on campus. Usually she'd appear wherever I was studying. Now I have to actually look for her. Find her in the art building working on a project. It's a manga-style drawing of two characters who look suspiciously like us. Hey Miku, what you working on? She quickly covers the drawing. Nothing important, just random sketches. Can I see it? No, it's not finished yet. The characters were clearly holding hands, Miku. Why aren't you hanging out with Brad, your new best friend? Brad's just my project partner, Miku. Well, you two seemed really close during presentations. We practiced together a few times, that's normal. I'm sure you did. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, Anon, I have to finish this. She turns back to her drawing, effectively dismissing me. Weekend comes and Tyler's having another party. Text Miku to see if she's going. Maybe, I haven't decided yet. Show up to the party, she's already there. But she's talking to some guy I don't recognize. Tall, blonde, looks like he stepped out of a romance novel. His name is Chad because of course it is. He's a transfer student from California. Miku is actually laughing at his jokes. She never laughs at my jokes like that. Chad sees me watching. Hey, you must be Anon, Miku's told me about you. What did she say? Just that you're classmates. Nothing special. Nothing special. That stings a little. Miku won't make eye contact with me. Chad was just telling me about surfing in California. Thrilling stuff, I'm sure. Spend the rest of the party watching them talk. She's being normal, not her usual defensive self. No claims about not being interested, no awkward denials about feelings. Just genuine conversation with a guy who isn't me. Start to realize maybe I misread all the signs. Maybe she was just being friendly. Maybe the jealousy was just her being protective as a friend. Decide to give her space and stop assuming things. Next week, I start talking to other people more, sit with different groups at lunch, study in different parts of the library, stop texting her random memes. She notices the change immediately. Why are you being weird, Anon? I'm not being weird, just expanding my social circle. Since when do you care about expanding your social circle? Since you told Sensei you needed to work with other people. That was different. How was it different, Miku? It just was, okay. Solid argument, as always. She starts trying to insert herself into my new social situations. I'm studying with classmates in the library. Miku appears with her own books. This spot has the best natural light. Miku, you're literally facing away from the windows. I just prefer this table. You've never studied here before in your life. My study group starts, including her, out of politeness. She's helpful with math problems but keeps interrupting when girls ask me questions. Actually, Anon explained that wrong. Let me clarify. I explained it perfectly fine, Miku. Your way was confusing. Nobody else seemed confused. Well, I was confused. You weren't even listening to my explanation. Group project gets assigned in our shared psychology class. Professor lets us pick our own groups. I team up with some classmates I've been sitting with. Miku approaches our group. Do you have room for one more? We're already at the maximum group size. Oh, well, maybe someone could switch out. Nobody volunteers to leave. She ends up in a different group, but keeps trying to collaborate with ours. Our groups should share resources. That's not how group projects work, Miku. It would be more efficient. It would be academic dishonesty. Since when do you care about rules? Since always, I'm not risking my GPA for group collaboration. Her group's project ends up being way more elaborate than necessary, clearly overcompensating for something. Presentation day arrives. Our group goes first, solid B+ material. Her group goes next, full multimedia presentation with custom animations. Obviously spent way more time on it than required. Gets an A, but professor comments that it was excessive. Sometimes simple and effective beats flashy and complicated. Miku looks deflated despite the good grade. After class, she confronts me. Your presentation was really good. Thanks, your group did great too. Mine was too much, wasn't it? It was very impressive, Miku. But you think it was showing off? I think you worked really hard on it. That's not what I asked. Fine, yes, it seemed like you were trying to prove something. Maybe I was. Prove what exactly? That I'm not just some clingy girl who follows you around. Nobody thinks that, Miku. You do? That's why you've been avoiding me. I haven't been avoiding you. I've been giving you space. I never asked for space. You told Sensei you wanted to work with other people. That was because you were getting too comfortable. Comfortable with what? With assuming we're always going to be partners. Weren't we, though? That's not the point, Anon. Then what is the point, Miku? She stares at me for a long moment. Forget it. You're too dense to understand. Walks away before I can respond. Spend the next few days thinking about what she meant. Start noticing things I missed before. The way she only brought lunch when I'd be in the cafeteria. How she always had excuses to text me. The jealousy whenever other girls talked to me. The Instagram posts about unrequited feelings. The drawing of characters that looked like us holding hands. Maybe Brad was right about the crush. Maybe I've been an idiot this whole time. Decide to test the theory. Start flirting with Rachel from our study group. Ask her to coffee. Make sure it's somewhere Miku might see us. Sure enough, Miku walks by the coffee shop window. Does a literal double take when she sees us. Rachel is nice, but clearly not interested romantically. You seem distracted. Everything okay? Just thinking about someone. The pink-haired girl you're always with? Is it that obvious? She watches you like a hawk, Anon. Either she's super protective or super jealous. What do you think it is? Definitely jealous. No girl brings homemade lunches for just friends. Good point, Rachel. You should probably figure out what you want before someone gets hurt. Wise words from Rachel. Decide to confront Miku directly. Find her in the art building again. She's working on a new drawing. This one is clearly the two of us sitting under cherry blossoms. Very shoujo manga aesthetic. That's really good, Miku. She jumps and tries to hide it again. It's not finished. Looks pretty detailed to me. The proportions are all wrong. They look perfect, actually. You don't know anything about art. I know enough to recognize when someone draws me holding their hand. She freezes. That's not what this is. Miku, there are literal sparkles around our heads. Those are cherry blossom petals. They're definitely sparkles. Fine, maybe there are some sparkles. Why are we holding hands in your drawing? It's symbolic. Symbolic of what? Friendship. Friends don't usually get the shoujo manga treatment, Miku. Some friendships are special. Special how? You're really gonna make me spell it out. I think I need you to. She sets down her pencil and turns to face me. Fine, Anon. I like you, okay? Not as a friend, as something more. But I know you don't feel the same way. So I've been trying to act normal, but I suck at it. Happy now. Actually, yes, very happy. Wait, what? Don't look so shocked. It was obvious. It really wasn't Miku. I brought you homemade lunch every day. You said it was leftovers. I learned your coffee order. You said it was a coincidence. I chased away every girl who talked to you. Okay, that one was pretty obvious. So what happens now? What do you want to happen? I want you to forget I said anything so we can go back to being friends. What if I don't want to go back? What do you mean? What if I want to try dating for real? Her eyes go wide. Don't joke about that, Anon. I'm not joking, Miku. But you never seemed interested. I was trying to respect your boundaries. What boundaries? You kept saying we were just friends. That's because I was scared. Scared of what? Scared you'd reject me and then I'd lose you completely. You could never lose me, Miku. Really, really. She smiles for the first time in weeks. So we're actually doing this, if you want to. I want to, but I have conditions. Name them. No more talking to Rachel about coffee dates. That wasn't even a real date. I don't care. It made me want to commit murder. Noted. No more fake dates. And you have to let me pack you lunch every day. I thought you said it was just leftovers. It was never leftovers, Anon. I woke up early to make you bento boxes. That's actually really sweet, Miku. Don't get used to it. I'm only doing it because you eat garbage. Sure, Miku, whatever you say. And one more thing. What's that? We're watching Your Name tonight, the anime movie. It's not anime, it's cinema. Classic Miku. But you're paying for snacks. Deal. She goes back to her drawing, adding more detail to our hands. This is gonna be weird, isn't it? Probably. Good weird or bad weird? Good weird, I think. I hope so because I already told Lisa we were basically dating. When did you tell Lisa that? 3 weeks ago. Miku, we weren't even talking 3 weeks ago. I was manifesting it. You were what? Positive thinking, Anon, it's very powerful. Is that why you kept showing up everywhere I was? That was strategic positioning. You stalked me. I prefer the term tactical observation. Potato, Miku. Shut up and help me finish this drawing. What do you want me to do? Sit still and look romantic. I don't know how to look romantic. Just be yourself, but with better posture. That's not how romance works. Trust me, Anon, I've read enough manga to know. Fine, but if this ends up looking like a shoujo disaster, it's your fault. Everything I do is a shoujo disaster, Anon. That's part of my charm, if you say so, Miku. I do say so, now stop talking and let me draw. And Anon. Yeah. Next time just tell me you like me instead of making me confess first. It's very unromantic to make the girl do all the work. Noted for next time. There better not be a next time. There won't be, Miku. Good. She goes back to drawing with a small smile. Turns out the tsundere just needed someone patient enough to see through all the denial and deflection. To the girl who made lunch every day and learned coffee orders and drew romantic manga scenes. Sometimes the obvious answer is the right one, even if it takes 20,000 characters to figure it out. Be me. 25-year-old guy who just moved to new city for work. Don't know anyone. Spending weekends alone playing video games. Decide to try this local board game cafe to meet people. Walk in looking like a lost tourist. Place is packed with groups who obviously know each other. Stand there awkwardly holding my wallet. Girl at corner table waves me over. Hey, you look new. Want to join our game? She's cute, brunette with glasses, seems genuinely friendly. I'm Alexis. These are my friends from college. Introduces me to whole table. Everyone's welcoming. We're playing some cooperative zombie survival game. I'm actually decent at strategy games. Help the team win against impossible odds. Wow, you're really good at this stuff. Just lucky, I guess. Alexis asks if I want to exchange numbers. We play here every Friday. You should come back. Hell yeah, I should come back. Text her during the week. Casual conversation about games and movies. She mentions being stressed about work drama. I ask her what's going on. Turns out her co-worker has been stealing her ideas. Sorry, I'm probably boring you with this stuff. Not at all. That sounds really frustrating. You're the first guy who's actually asked follow-up questions. What do you mean? Most guys just say that sucks and change the subject. Well, that is pretty shitty behavior from your coworker. Right? Like I worked all weekend on that presentation? She tells me the whole story about her boss taking credit. I listen and ask questions about the details. Suggest she document everything in emails. That's actually really smart. I didn't think of that. Friday comes around. She hugs me when I arrive. How did the documentation thing work out? She managed to prove the ideas were hers. Boss had to give her proper credit. Seriously, thank you for listening and giving actual advice. Just seemed like common sense. Trust me, it's not that common. We play games with the group, but she keeps directing conversations toward me. Asks my opinion on everything. What do you think about this strategy? Should we try the expansion pack? Want to grab coffee after this? Coffee turns into 3-hour conversation. She tells me about her family drama. Parents got divorced last year. She's caught in the middle. My dad keeps calling to complain about mom. Mom calls to trash talk dad. I just want them both to leave me out of it. That sounds exhausting. It really is. Some days I don't even want to answer my phone. Have you told them how it makes you feel? I tried, but they just say I need to understand their side. So they're making their divorce your problem. Exactly, you get it. Most people just say at least they're finally happy. People say dumb stuff when they don't know what else to say. You always know what to say though. I don't think I'm doing anything special. You are though, you actually listen. Week goes by, she texts me every day, sends me articles about stuff we talked about. Saw this and thought you'd find it interesting. Asks for my opinion on random decisions. Should I dye my hair darker? Is this dress too formal for work? what do you think about this apartment listing? Literally asking about everything. What to eat for lunch, which route to take home, what to watch on Netflix. You give such good advice, I trust your judgment. Friday game night, she barely pays attention to the games, keeps asking me personal questions. What was your childhood like? Do you want kids someday? What's your biggest fear? Other people at the table start looking uncomfortable. Her friend Marcus pulls me aside during bathroom break. Dude, Alexis is getting pretty attached to you. What do you mean? She talks about you constantly. Every conversation somehow becomes about something you said. Yesterday she ordered pizza because you mentioned liking pepperoni. That's oddly specific. She's been through some rough relationships. Guys who didn't really care about her feelings. I think you being a good listener is hitting her hard. I'm just being friendly, Marcus. I know, man. Just be careful. Next week she starts calling instead of texting. Long phone calls every night. I just need to hear your voice before bed. It helps me sleep better. Start showing up at places I mentioned going. What a coincidence running into you here. Alexis, this is the third time this week. I just happen to have similar interests. Begins asking for daily check-ins. Just want to make sure you're okay. You're important to me. Starts buying me gifts for no reason. Books about topics we discussed. My favorite snacks from the game cafe. A shirt in the exact color I said I liked. I saw these and thought of you. Which is constantly, by the way. 2 months in and the texting is constant. Can't go anywhere without getting messages. Where are you? Who are you with? When will you be home? Try to set some boundaries. Hey, maybe we should dial back the constant communication. She immediately starts crying. Did I do something wrong? Are you tired of me? Please don't abandon me. You're the only person who understands me. No, I just need some personal time. But what if something happens to you? What if you forget about me? Promise me you won't disappear. Promise me you'll always be my friend. The desperation in her voice is intense. Agree to keep being friends, but with better boundaries. She agrees, but doesn't actually change anything. Gets more intense instead. Starts writing me long letters about our friendship. You've changed my life. I was broken before I met you. You make me feel human again. Tries to monopolize all my free time. Want to hang out Saturday? Sorry, I have plans with other friends. What other friends? Why didn't you invite me? Don't you want to spend time with me? Becomes suspicious of any time I'm not available. You seem distant lately. Are you avoiding me? Is there someone else? Someone else what? Someone else you're talking to. Someone else you care about more than me. Alexis, you don't own me. I never said I owned you. I just need you. More than I've ever needed anyone. Starts sabotaging my other relationships. Tells mutual friends I'm too busy to hang out. Cancels plans I made without asking me. I thought you'd rather spend time with me. Shows up uninvited to group events. Creates drama whenever I talk to other women. She was flirting with you. You were encouraging her. Why do you need other female friends when you have me? Because you're one person, Alexis, not my entire social circle. I should be enough. I give you everything. What more do you need? I need normal, healthy boundaries. Boundaries are just walls people build to keep others out. Real connection doesn't need boundaries. This isn't healthy, Alexis. Don't say that. What we have is pure. What we have is real. 3 months later, and she's everywhere. Inserted herself into every aspect of my life. Knows my schedule better than I do. Has keys to my apartment for emergencies. Has befriended my coworkers. Has my mother's phone number somehow. I just want to be part of your world. I just want to matter to you. The way you matter to me. Try one more serious conversation. Alexis, this has gotten out of hand. I care about you, but I need space. I need to be able to have other friendships. I need you to respect my boundaries. She stares at me for a long moment. You're rejecting me. I'm not rejecting you, I'm asking for balance. Same thing. You're choosing other people over me. After everything I've given you, this is how you repay me. By abandoning me. Starts crying hysterically. I should have known this would happen. I should have known you'd leave eventually. Just like everyone else. But I thought you were different. I thought you actually meant it when you said I mattered. I do care about you, Alexis, as a friend. Friends don't abandon each other. Friends don't set boundaries. If you were really my friend, you'd understand. You'd see how much I need you. Make the difficult decision to end the friendship entirely. I think we need to take a break from each other. This isn't healthy for either of us." She goes completely silent, just stares at me with this blank expression. "You're serious? You're actually doing this? I'm choosing to protect both of us. From what? From whatever this has become? This is love. This is devotion. And you're throwing it away. Stand up to leave." She grabs my arm. "Please don't go. Please don't leave me. I'll be better. I'll give you space. Just don't abandon me. Please. I'm begging you." Gently remove her hand from my arm. "Take care of yourself, Alexis. Find a therapist. Walk away." She calls after me. "You'll regret this. You'll realize what you lost. You'll come back." They always come back. Because what we had was real, and you'll never find it with anyone else. Keep walking without looking back. Block her number that night. Block her on all social media. Inform mutual friends that we're no longer speaking. Some understand, others think I'm being dramatic. She just really cares about you. Maybe give her another chance. They don't see the constant surveillance, the emotional manipulation, the complete disregard for boundaries. Spend the next few weeks looking over my shoulder, expecting her to show up everywhere. Change my usual routines. Avoid places we used to go together. Gradually start to feel normal again. Make decisions without consultation. Have private thoughts. Exist without constant monitoring. 6 months later, get a text from unknown number. "I hope you're happy. I hope she's worth it. I hope you remember what real love feels like, because you'll never find it again." Block the number. Change my phone number the next day. Move apartments 3 months later, just to be completely sure. Learn that being a good listener can attract the wrong kind of attention. Some people mistake kindness for ownership. Some people can't handle normal boundaries. Some people need professional help, not another person to consume. Be me. 27 years old, 2 years after the Alexis situation. Moved to different city, new job, fresh start. Learn to keep conversations surface level. Avoid giving too much personal advice. Don't ask follow-up questions about people's problems. Basically became emotionally unavailable to protect myself. Working at tech company, mostly keep to myself. Coworker Diana seems nice, but I maintain professional distance. Want to grab lunch with the team. Sorry I brought my own. There's a happy hour after work. Thanks, but I have plans. She stops inviting me after a few weeks. Another coworker, Jake, notices. "Dude, you're like a ghost around here. Diana thinks you hate her." "I don't hate anyone, just prefer working alone." "That's not healthy, man." "It's perfectly healthy, Jake." Company Christmas party rolls around. Try to skip it, but boss makes attendance mandatory. Show up late, plan to leave early. Diana approaches me at the bar. "You clean up nice." "Thanks, you too." "Can I ask you something?" "Depends what it is." "Did I do something to offend you?" "You've been avoiding me for months." "Not avoiding, just focused on work." "It feels like avoidance." "I was hoping we could be friends." "Friends can be complicated, Diana." "How so?" "People get the wrong idea sometimes." "What kind of wrong idea?" She looks genuinely confused. "I just want to get to know my coworkers. Maybe grab coffee sometime. Talk about something other than quarterly reports." Sounds innocent enough, but so did Alexis. "Thanks, but I prefer keeping work and personal life separate." "That's really sad." "What's sad about it?" "You seem lonely." "I'm not lonely, I'm careful." "Careful of what?" "Careful of situations getting complicated." She orders another drink. "Want to tell me what happened?" "What do you mean?" "Someone hurt you. Someone made you afraid of making friends. Someone crossed boundaries and now you won't let anyone get close." That's a lot of assumptions, Diana. Am I wrong, though? You're not right. So someone did hurt you. It's complicated. Everything's complicated until you talk about it. Talking about it makes it more complicated. Or it makes it better. She's persistent, I'll give her that. Fine, Cliff Notes version. Had a friend who became obsessed. Couldn't set boundaries. Had to cut contact completely. That sounds awful. It was educational. So now you punish everyone else for her mistakes. I'm not punishing anyone. You're punishing yourself. And you're punishing people who might actually be good friends. Like me. I barely know you, Diana. Because you won't let me get to know you. One conversation at the bar doesn't make me a stalker. One coffee doesn't make me obsessed. One lunch doesn't make me your problem. She has a point, but I'm not taking chances. Thanks for the insight, but I'm good. Head home early as planned. Monday morning, Diana acts normal, doesn't bring up the conversation, doesn't push for friendship, just says good morning and goes to her desk. Week goes by, she's polite but distant, doesn't invite me to team lunches anymore, doesn't ask about weekend plans, treats me exactly like I asked to be treated. Somehow this feels worse. Catch myself missing the invitations, missing someone caring enough to ask. Friday afternoon, she's packing up to leave. Have a good weekend, Diana. She looks surprised I spoke to her. You too. Any fun plans? Why did I ask that? Just dinner with my sister? She's going through a rough divorce. Needs someone to vent to. That's nice of you. Someone should listen when people are hurting. She's not looking at me when she says it, but the message is clear. She leaves and I sit there feeling like an asshole. Spend the weekend thinking about the conversation. Diana's sister is going through a divorce. Diana is being a good friend by listening. Diana tried to be a good friend to me too. I shut her down because I'm paranoid. Monday morning, I approach her desk. Hey, Diana. Morning. She's typing and doesn't look up. About your sister. How's she doing with the divorce? Now she looks up. Why do you ask? Just wondering if she's okay. She's managing. Thanks for asking. Goes back to typing. Clearly, I've burned this bridge. A few days later, overhear her on phone call. I know Sarah, but he's not worth it. You deserve better than someone who lies to you. Trust me, moving on is the right choice. She's giving her sister advice about the divorce. Sounds like the ex-husband was cheating. End of call, she looks stressed. Walk over to her desk. Everything okay? Fine. Short answer, clearly doesn't want to talk. Sister stuff is tough. She pauses her typing. Yeah, it is. Especially when you can't fix it for them. Exactly. You can only listen and support. Right. Which is all anyone really wants anyway. Someone who gives a damn enough to listen. She's looking at me now. Most people don't, though. They hear the first sentence and start giving advice. Or they hear the first sentence and change the subject. Or they hear the first sentence and make it about themselves. Sounds like you're a good sister. I try to be. Someone should be there for her. Even if it's just to listen. Lunchtime comes around. Diana's eating alone at her desk. I grab my sandwich and walk over. Mind if I sit? She gestures to the empty chair. How's your sister today? Better. She's meeting with a lawyer this afternoon. Finally ready to file papers. That's a big step. Scary step. But necessary. Can't stay with someone who doesn't respect you. We eat in comfortable silence for a few minutes. Can I ask you something? Shoot. The friend who became obsessed. What did she do exactly? Where do I start? Constant texting, showing up everywhere, sabotaging other friendships. Emotional manipulation, boundary violations, threats when I tried to leave. Jesus. That's not friendship, that's stalking. Felt like it by the end. I'm sorry that happened to you. But I'm not her. I know you're not. Do you though? Because you've been treating me like I might snap any second. Like asking about your weekend might trigger some fatal attraction scenario. When you put it like that, it sounds ridiculous. Because it is ridiculous. I just wanted to be work friends. Maybe grab coffee once in a while. Talk about normal stuff. I wasn't planning to move in next door and learn your schedule. Fair point. So can we try again? Normal coworker friendship. No obsession, no drama, just regular human interaction. I'd like that. Good. Because isolating yourself isn't protecting you. It's just making you lonely. She's right about that. We start having lunch together regularly. Normal conversations about work, movies, weekend plans. She tells me about her sister's progress with the divorce. I tell her about the book I'm reading. She mentions her gym routine. I mention my hiking plans. Completely normal, friendly interactions. No red flags, no intensity, no boundary crossing. After a month, I realize how much I miss this. Having someone to talk to. Someone who listens without agenda. Someone who shares appropriate details about their life. Someone who respects when I don't want to share. You seem happier lately. Jake comments at team meeting. More like your old self. Diana's been good for you. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing weird, man. Just nice to see you socializing again. You were getting pretty hermit-like there. Friday happy hour invitation comes around. Diana looks at me. Want to come this time? No pressure if you're not ready. I think I'm ready. Show up to the bar with the team, order a beer, find a spot in the group conversation, Diana's talking to our co-worker Mark about his new apartment. That's exciting. Do you like the neighborhood? Yeah, it's quiet, but close to downtown. Perfect for someone who works late like you do. Normal, friendly conversation. No personal questions about his childhood trauma. No offers to solve all his problems. No immediate emotional attachment. She catches me watching. See, normal human interaction. No one's getting obsessed or manipulated. Just people being friendly. Point taken, Diana. Good. Now stop analyzing every conversation for warning signs. And just enjoy having friends again. Few drinks in, and Mark starts complaining about his ex. She keeps texting me asking to get back together. But she cheated on me twice. I don't know what to do. Old me would have given detailed advice, asked follow-up questions, gotten deeply involved in his relationship drama. New me just nods sympathetically. That sounds frustrating, man. Diana notices my restraint. Later, when we're walking to our cars. You did good in there. What do you mean? With Mark's relationship stuff. You listened without taking on his problems, without trying to fix everything for him. That's healthy boundaries. Thanks, I'm learning. The trick is caring without caring. You can give a damn about someone's situation without making their situation your responsibility. Sounds like experience talking. My sister taught me that. I used to try to solve all her problems, make all her decisions, fight all her battles. Turns out that's not helping anyone. What changed? She told me to stop. Said she needed support, not management. Said she needed someone to listen, not someone to live her life for her. Smart sister. Very smart. Took me a while to understand the difference. Between being supportive and being controlling. Between caring and caring. We reach her car. Thanks for giving friendship another chance. I know it wasn't easy after what you went through. Thanks for being patient with my paranoia. Everyone has baggage. The trick is not letting it define every future relationship. Not everyone is going to hurt you. But if you don't take any chances, you'll never find the good ones. She drives away, and I stand there. 6 months later, we're still friends. Normal, healthy, drama-free friendship. We have lunch twice a week, grab drinks with the team sometimes, text occasionally about work stuff or funny memes, never about personal crises or emotional needs. Never multiple times per day, never with expectations of immediate responses. Diana's sister finished her divorce, started dating someone new. Diana's happy for her but not involved in managing the relationship. I've started dating someone too. Met her through a hiking group. Diana was excited when I told her. That's awesome, what's she like? Instead of jealous or possessive, instead of trying to sabotage or interfere. You should bring her to happy hour sometime. I'd love to meet her. Normal friend reaction. The kind Alexis never could have managed. Realized that Alexis taught me what unhealthy looks like, but Diana taught me what healthy looks like. Both lessons were necessary. Learned that isolation isn't protection. Learned that boundaries aren't walls. Learned that some people can be trusted with kindness. Learned that listening doesn't automatically create obsession. Learned that caring doesn't have to mean caring. Learned that friendship can exist without drama. Learned that normal people appreciate good listeners without turning them into emotional hostages. Diana was right about everything. Not everyone is going to hurt you, but if you don't take chances, you'll miss the good ones, and the good ones are worth the risk.